may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, so
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, hump day, man. Hope everybody is doing well. We are almost there, midway. Just 2 more days after this, and we are off to the promised land of the weekend. Hopefully, everybody's having a good week so far. Jay, what's going on with you, man? How is everything?
excellent, excellent. Just like I said, obviously we've been lifting hard, know that, and then just business on point. Doing my investing, getting everything going, eating good. Taking vitamins, all that fun stuff. Just adult
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
You know what I mean? But lifting hard is very important. So my whole body's like it feels great.
Jay, I think since we're lifting hard and we want to like keep continuing going harder and harder, uh, just like you, our incident today where you try to cheat and get an extra set in, and then I had to like
That's
step in.
not cheating.
So I'm saying due to that extent, since we both want to go harder at the gym, maybe because I'm going to Diego for we're going to be recording in Diego. That's going to be
Oh,
Tuesday,
okay.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm thinking let's take Thursday off and then let's go back and hit the gym up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, bro.
Cool.
You know,
It's fine with me.
we go hard, bro. We don't play games. We don't stop.
I don't stop.
We just get it
Just
in.
like just like YouTube. Just like YouTube, I don't stop. Keep going.
Exactly. Average Day Joes don't stop. We don't stop. We do it for the Average Day Joes.
That's what I'm saying. There's no reason to stop.
Shout out to the 4 people watching, by the way. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. All right, guys, let us move on and let us see what is going on with some Jay Did You Know facts. Jay, did you know that Amazon is changing Prime delivery nationwide?
What do you mean?
It says that Amazon is set to expand its same day and next day delivery to more than 4,000 small cities, towns,
Oh,
and rural communities across the U.S. this year.
I believe it. I mean, I utilize it more than half of the week. You know that.
I wonder if they're able to do that now because they have like AI like robots that's going to be able to deliver. Like what changed for them to be able to like do
I
this
don't.
all of a sudden?
Well, I've noticed. So when I get my deliveries at 4 to 8 a.m., it's always like the people you could tell who do Uber and Lyft and stuff. When I
Yeah.
get my deliveries from like say 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., it's usually the electric Rivian like big van.
Uh-huh.
It's usually that. If I get my deliveries from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. or 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., it's usually the other Amazon truck, not
Yeah.
the electric one. So I've noticed because I see them all come to my door. I see because I have cameras, and I'm like, oh, so it's literally different ones that deliver at different times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of a trip how they have it set up here, because I get same day, like pretty much 4 or 5 times out of the week for sure to get everything. But they have it on lock, dude. So that's cool that they're expanding it to more people. It's
And it's
really
funny.
useful, man. Really useful.
And what's funny is we got somebody that is going by the name of Amazon, and they are saying I am. Their question is I am because they're implying that we are talking about them. And then we have CRF 250 boy, and they say hi. What's going on, CRF? Nice to see you on here.
So what's up?
And then Amazon also replied, I must have been drunk when I made that deal. Can y'all stop talking? Can y'all stop talking about my package, please?
Oh my God.
We are so sorry, man, but we gotta expose you, bro. We gotta expose you, man, because you're doing big things. You're doing big things out there.
Oh my God.
Gotta let the people know. All right, so let us move on. And Jay, do you know which lake is one of America's most snake-infested lakes in America?
In America, not in North America?
Yep,
No, I don't know.
the United States of America.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You're gonna be shocked when I tell you, though,
Why?
because it is Lake Tahoe.
No fucking way.
Yep. It says,
Tahoe?
while Lake Tahoe is one of the most popular vacation destinations in the United States, it is also one of the country's most snake-infested lakes, similar to Lake Mead, the deadliest U.S. national park that is home to 4 dangerous rattlesnake species. Nearly a dozen snake species slither around Lake Tahoe, and while most are non-venomous and pose little to no threat to humans, one species of rattlesnake has migrated into the area, which is very dangerous.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah,
Although,
man.
but I go to Tahoe usually during winter, so it's probably
Yeah,
very different.
exactly. They're all frozen and shit, bro. They can't swim.
That's what I'm saying. So it makes a lot more sense why I don't know, because I used to go all the time as a kid during summer, and then I'm just more of a winter head, you know. Like it's not Tahoe's not summer for me, you know what I mean? I'd rather go there during winter.
Yeah. Jay, did you know that your boy Governor Newsom tried to push some kind of bill about housing late into the into like the legislation, and he got a whole bunch of pushback from his own people, and he wasn't able to pass it.
Good, I'm glad. I don't know. I don't follow that guy.
It says that Governor Newsom thought he could push an ambitious housing proposal through California's Democratic controlled legislature. Instead, he ran into a wall of resistance from should be allies, angrily comparing his plans to Jim Crow, slavery, immigration raids.
Oh no shit.
Oh, man. Jay, did you know that the DMV is now going to have, for people over 70, new requirements to keep their driver's license in the United States?
I did know. I heard about that.
Crazy, right?
I did hear about that.
Jay, did you know that there's a viral video going around of a car that went airborne because the road buckled due to extreme heat in Missouri?
Yeah, I saw it.
You did?
It actually, yeah, because it looked. I was like, what? It went like this. It looked like it like went up. You know what I mean? Like a big ass bump. I was like, what the hell happened? I saw that.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tripped me out. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I heard right now like the whole like there's some kind of like heat dome. We were reporting on it the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely here in the California where we cool.
It's nice and cold here. Beautiful. And foggy and misty. Beautiful. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Jay, did you know? And this is a big one. That John Jones retired more than what meets the eye. The reason why he retired.
Yeah. We're not talking about that though. But yeah.
This is trending now. This is what I'm just telling you. What I'm seeing in the news at this moment. It says
What do you
John
mean?
Jones.
It's trending? Trending? Like
It says John Jones's attorney comes out swinging. Albuquerque police release video. They say proves officers were threatened by him.
oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it says, in the wake of allegations that Jones left the scene of an accident in February, his attorney, Christopher Dodd, has accused the Albuquerque Police Department of improperly targeting his client, wasting exorbitant amounts of resources for what amounted merely to a misdemeanor traffic case that took 4 months to investigate. I have never seen a case as strange and unwarranted as this one, Dodd wrote. John was not driving that night. He wasn't in the car. It appears that an intoxicated woman used a false allegation against John to avoid being arrested for DWI, and the police fell for it. That's what his attorney is claiming.
Good defense.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
The news for Jones's retirement prompted the Journal to search court records where it found he was charged just last week by APD in relation to that February crash. Neither White nor a social media post from Jones later Saturday night confirming the retirement mentioned his recent charge. Kind of crazy, right?
John has gone into a lot of things over the years. So let him have a smooth retirement. Goat shit. Keep that goat status, and he doesn't need to be all around the news for shit he's done. in the past.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yes, he's definitely had problems with that. So we ain't reporting on that though. We ain't reporting on that. We don't need to report on that, man. John
uh,
Jones the GOAT. John Jones the GOAT. We keep it at GOAT status.
so Jay, do you know how I guess we had Israel and the US strike a whole bunch of like nuclear reactors in Iran?
Yeah.
They are saying now the IAEA is saying that additional impacts from US strikes on nuclear facilities in Iran may have caused localized contamination radiation.
Of course it did. Because they didn't just strike it out of the air. Remember they had President Trump also had the ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like aerial and sea. So yeah, of course it was gonna do that. You knew it was gonna I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yes.
Jay, did you know that Clear Lake in Northern California is in big trouble, and there is a petition going on to clean it, because supposedly it is choking of toxic blooms and past pollution.
I totally believe it. I seen that dump. I believe it.
That lake, Clear Lake, is one of those lakes where like it's so mysterious. It's one of the oldest lakes ever known, and like there's a whole bunch of pollution in it.
Yep.
You
I
know?
seen it. Not for me.
Yeah.
I don't really roll up that way though. So not for me.
Let's see what else I got for you today, Jay. Let's see. Let's see.
Shit.
Uh, I guess Jay, did you know that there's a state? You know how all these states like putting up all these like speed cameras and stuff?
I know we have an SF.
Yeah. So there's a bunch.
Where? Like, are you talking about other
Well,
states or just
yeah,
here?
other states are starting to put up a whole bunch. So did you know that like Florida, Pennsylvania, Hawaii, all are leading the way when it comes to like putting up all these cameras?
Well, I mean, it just makes sense. It now you don't really, it takes police don't have to be on the road. You know what I mean? You're
Uh,
basically driving on merit. Why? Because it's really not hard to follow the fucking traffic laws. Yeah, we get a bunch of idiots out here that just drive like fucking stupid. And not only that, we have AI now. Why even have dumbass drivers on the road when we have AI? You see what
yeah,
I mean? That's why they're doing it. It makes sense. I mean, you can't follow a simple traffic law. It's a privilege to drive. It's really not, it's not hard. That's what I mean. I see everything, you know that. Especially at night. Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. And like, the more these idiots I see at night, the more I'm like, God, man, San Francisco's gonna make so much money off all these idiots because they just send that ticket in the mail, right?
uh,
Like it goes right to you, literally. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like it's like they're gonna make so much money just because people are stupid. They're probably
yeah,
fucking enjoying all of that now. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna get more and more and more. You
right.
know? So yeah, I believe every state will follow suit with that for sure.
But Jay, did you know that in Virginia they made it a law where if you did get like your license suspended for reckless driving, they make you put in this speed device now called an ISA, where it monitors your speed, and you can't like they don't allow you to like speed anymore. Like
You see what I mean? Like
uh,
you're so you can't even drive and follow rules. They got to put a governor on your thing where you can only go like what 65. Like
yeah,
stupid, bro. It's
it's
kind of
crazy.
funny, man. Well, like I said, it's really not hard to follow law. It's really not.
All right, Jay, let's get into our top 10 for the day.
Top 10 what?
Top 10 best all-wheel drive performance cars with manual transmissions.
Like going all-wheel drive. Okay.
All-wheel drive, because I got one and I got a manual transmission, so I know the love that people share for these kind of type of vehicles,
Mm.
especially when they're old school, because when they made them old school, they were so badass that they still have to name them and mention them.
I have no idea.
All right. At number 10, we have one of my favorites, the 1993 Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4.
It's something I never see anymore. I used to see so many of those back in the day.
Dude, those were one of my favorite cars, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Just everything about it was just so badass. Like,
I haven't seen one of those cars in like 2 decades, dude.
yeah,
Literally.
I know.
Literally.
Dude, it was so like ahead of its time type car, bro. Like, it was just such a nice car. Like, even today, it looks really nice, you know?
Haven't seen one in like 20 years, bro, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I remember what they look like, though.
right. I mean, and the crazy thing is, like, that car being from 1993 still is more powerful, came more powerful than my 2017 WRX.
No way. Really? Wow.
That car,
That's
because it
impressive.
came with a 3.0 liter twin turbocharged V6, so it gave out
Oh.
300 horsepower and 307 pounds of torque.
Uh-huh.
My car stock gives out like 268
Oh,
horsepower.
wow.
Yeah, so this definitely was gonna, like, off the line. It would have beat my car, bro. But luckily, I mean, I upgraded a little bit on mine, so it probably wouldn't now. But you know,
I
pretty
don't know.
crazy.
Like I said, I haven't seen one of those in so many years.
I know. And number 9, we have one of my favorites, the 2025 Subaru WRX TS version. The 2025 Subaru WRX TS is the latest performance version of the WRX. This car has excellent power and a build that comes right out of the rally racing. The sports sedan is offered in several trims, but the TS is the one you want when you're looking for some fun. So yeah, it's a 2.4 liter 2.4 liter turbocharged flat four, sends power through a 6-speed manual transmission to the symmetrical all-wheel drive system. And yeah, so that's exactly what mine is. Same thing. At number 8, something that a lot of Japanese enthusiasts would appreciate, and that is a 1997 Nissan Skyline GTR 33. The 97 Nissan Skyline GTR was never sold in the United States, but now that it's 25 years old, it can be driven here without any issue. This car has been historically significant since its appearing in various forms in the Fast and the Furious movie franchise. The R33 generation of the Skyline GTR uses the RB26 series engine, which is a 2.6 liter turbocharged inline 6 that sends power through a 5-speed transmission. The Japanese gentleman's agreement limits the car to 276 horsepower and 271 pounds of torque, but this tuner car is known to have much more power. The version of the Skyline GTR reaches 60 in 5.3 seconds and has a top speed of 157. At number 7, something that you might appreciate, Jay, a 2018 BMW 440i X-Drive Grand Coupe. They're pretty nice. Got a big body. The 2018 BMW 440i X-Drive Grand Coupe might not be as exciting as some of the other sports coupes on the list, but it has the luxurious qualities you admire and plenty of driving prowess to make it fun on the road. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of your Lexo a little bit, Jay.
I believe it.
This sporty BMW coupe makes use of a 3.0 liter turbocharged inline 6 with a 6-speed manual transmission and gets 326 horse and 332 pounds of torque. It can reach 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, my brother.
Inline 6. Not
Yep.
doing it. Not a Beamer fan, though, remember?
Yeah. At number 6, we have the 2024 Toyota GR Corolla. You don't expect performance from a Toyota Corolla, but when the GR moniker is added, that's a different story. The 2024 Toyota GR Corolla is a spunky and fun hot hatch with excellent handling and an adaptive all-wheel drive system. It says that this thing can produce 300 horsepower and 270 pounds of torque. It does 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. At number 5, we have the 2008 Audi S5. Those things are badass. And those things, is the S5 is the first Audi using the B8 architecture, which was new in 2008. This allowed the car to enjoy improved structural stiffness and improved the crashworthiness. It also made the car more agile and fun, giving the world an exciting Audi to drive. And the Audi comes with a 4.2-liter V8, sending 350 horses and 325 pounds of torque through a 6-speed tranny. Pretty cool. Does 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds. At number 4, this is what my neighbor has, the 2018 Ford Focus RS. It is a limited run wedge with insane grip and manual fun. It can be hard to find, but it is legendary in hot hatch lore. The tenuous grip and versatility make it easy to enjoy the Focus RS as a daily driver, but its true purpose is humiliating other hot hatches on the tarmac. So yeah, this thing is having a 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine, sending 350 horsepower and 350 pounds of torque to the wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission. The Focus RS isn't light, tipping the scales at 3,400 pounds, but it is quick and fun. Reaches 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. Damn, that thing is quick, bro. I didn't even realize that my neighbor has this quick of a car, because this thing, the Ford Focuses, bro, they don't look that nice. Like, damn, that surprised me. I didn't realize. All right, neighbor, I got you. I see you, neighbor. At number 3, we got the 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X Final Edition. In the world of hot tuner cars, the 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition sits near the top. This quick and decisive sedan is light, powerful, and agile on any road. It's an encouraging car to drive, and when you hear enthusiasts speak of the Evo, this is the car they are talking about. It says that this car is quick and decisive, giving you 303 horsepower and 3.5 pounds-foot of torque from a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a 5-speed tranny. At number 2, I heard about these ones, the 2025 Volkswagen Golf R. The 2025 Volkswagen Golf R is a hot hatch staple, offering sharp steering, all-wheel drive grip, and manual control, all wrapped in daily driver practicality. It says that the Golf R gets power from a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that sends power through a 6-speed transmission. This setup sends 328 horsepower and 295 pounds of torque to all 4 wheels. Those things are pretty damn fast. 0 to 60 in 4.0 seconds. At number 1, Jay, the one that I mentioned to you like a day ago, the 2019 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S, the pinnacle of performance and craftsmanship. The 2019 Porsche 911 4S is a true sports car icon, offering a 7-speed stick with all-wheel drive. This incredible car has a history of driving performance and perfection, but if you want the combination of all-wheel drive and a manual transmission, you have to go back to 2019 to get it. The rear-engine Porsche 911 gives you the thrilling performance that comes from a 3.0-liter twin turbocharged flat 6 mated to a 7-speed automatic transmission. This setup is good enough to send 420 horsepower and 368 pounds of torque to the wheels, which rockets the car 0 to 60 in only 3.9 seconds with a top speed of 193 miles per hour. Pretty crazy, right, Jay?
Uh-huh.
That is your 10 best all-wheel drive performance cars with manual transmissions. In case you were looking for one, now you know. Let us move on, because we do have some sports news for you guys and trending topics, because there is a lot of NBA stuff going on with the whole draft now. So let us get into it, Jay. What is going on in the NBA, brother?
So the NBA draft was today, man. Did you know the NBA draft? Did you watch it or anything?
No.
Yeah, so NBA draft, obviously number 1 pick, like I told you, Dallas Mavericks had it, you know. They were talking about them and the Celtics were going to do a trade, you know, to, get Jaylen Brown, but it never happened. I didn't think that was going to happen because the Celtics made those 2 other trades, you know. So, yeah, number 1 pick, Cooper Flag, he ended up going to Dallas, like I told you. So, That's even better for them now. I think he'll fit right in there. He's a good player, Cooper Flag.
Right. Right.
Yeah, he's solid. You know what I mean? So yeah, he'll fit. Like I said, he'll fit their team very well. You know what I mean? So
Hell
yeah, that's gonna be good for them. Obviously, all the trades that have been announcing all week with NBA, and then what's the other one that was trending with the? Oh yeah, Lakers and Heat. So the Lakers and Miami Heat, they're probably gonna have a trade with Andrew Wiggins
no
because the
way.
Heat, yeah. So that's I think that's the Lakers are trying to get Andrew Wiggins. So yeah, they're supposed to get rid of Rui Hachimura and Dalton Connect for Andrew Wiggins. That's the plan.
Damn.
So I don't know. I'm not a Wiggins used to play for the Warriors, remember? So I don't know. But also Golden State, the Heat are trying to get Jonathan Kuminga from Golden State as well. So that should be interesting how this intensifies. You know what I mean? So
Right.
should be very interesting how that plays out between the Lakers and Heat and the Warriors. So, but there's going to be a lot of, as you know, there's already been hella trades. So should be very interesting with all that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, a lot of I just since it was NBA draft, obviously had to announce that. You know,
Yeah. Anything else
and
going on in the NBA or no?
I mean there was trades here and there, like
Okay.
little one like that. Remember that center you tried to get for the
Yeah.
Lakers? He
Yeah.
ended up going. He went to Phoenix.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, yeah. So
No.
I thought that was funny because someone had said, hey, "Better hope that goes through,"
Oh no, right?
because it got vetoed with a Laker one.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so yeah, the draft, yeah, it's probably
All
over
right.
by now. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And that's it, right? Is there any more draft tomorrow going on, or that's it?
yeah, you have to. Yeah, yeah. This is only the first round.
Okay, so tomorrow, second round. How many rounds is there now?
Uh, I don't 2 or 3. I don't know. It's different from NFL.
Yeah, because
NFL
back
has
in the
like,
day, it used to be only 2 rounds. I don't know if it's
yeah,
changed.
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't. I'm not sure. They only brought like, yeah, they'll only show a couple. You know what I mean? Like NFL, there's like 7. You know what I mean? 6 or 7.
Right, right, right.
NBA very different with that, but
Yeah.
but it
Only
is
got
big
all the
news.
players.
Obviously, like they obviously NBA like their draft is always big news. You know what I mean? So is NFL. I mean, but it always takes over the headlines. When it's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But like I said, the Cooper Flag going to Mavs. That's a big deal.
Hmm.
I think it's a very big deal. So it really helps the Mavs out. Like I told you, I totally forgot about that when I was telling you their team. You add him in the mix, it's going to help a lot.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So I totally forgot about that too. And the Mavs are in the West, so that just makes them better.
Yep.
So yeah. Yep.
All right, let us move on and let's see what is going on in the MLB world.
MLB. Let's see. Let's see. Damn it. There's 2 games going on right now. The Giants, for some reason, man, they've lost to the Marlins once and they're losing again, 4-2 in the bottom of the ninth. And they're at home. I don't get this. I'm not understanding this. And the Dodgers are beating the Rockies 7-1 in the top of the eighth. Those are the only 2 current games right now. That's ridiculous, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. Yeah, okay. So we got White Sox and Diamondbacks. 7-3 White Sox. That was a good win for them. Good. I'm glad they beat the D-backs. Brewers and Pirates. Brewers beat them 4-2. Angels beat the Red Sox 5-2. Padres, they got a win. They beat the Nationals 1-0. Rangers beat the Orioles 7-0. The A's got a W. They beat the Tigers 3-0.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Guardians beat the Blue Jays 5-4 and 10. Mets, they beat the Braves 7-3. Juan Soto, he was definitely one of my trends today. He been ripping it up, dude. Juan Soto, obviously, he's the highest paid player. You know what I mean? Remember from the Yankees, so he's been killing them with the Mets this year, dude. So
Nice.
yeah, he was definitely he just crushed like I think it was number 19 or his 20th homer. So
Oh wow.
he's definitely he had two in the game today. So yeah, he's been killing it for them, dude. So that was obviously they're getting what they paid for because he's a really good player.
All right.
But yeah, so the Mets beat the Braves 7-3. Yankees beat the Reds 7-1. Twins beat the Mariners 2-0. Rays beat the Royals 3-0. Cubs beat the Cardinals 8-0, and the Astros beat the Phillies 2-0.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It was a good amount of games today.
Yeah, there was.
I
Anything
think that
else?
was
Any trending topics for MLB or no?
Max Fried. Max Fried was trending for the Yankees. He's that good pitcher for the Yankees. He pitched a good game today. Obviously, they won 7-1. So, like I told you, they got a solid team. They're just missing two of their damn pitchers. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So, yeah, once they get a full team, they'll be solid. But I mean, they're still doing good. They're still in first place in the AL over there.
Yeah.
So, but there's still obviously a long way to go. There's 162 games. So, but yeah, that was one of my other trends. And one other one was Jacob deGrom for the Rangers. So he was trending too for pitching. He pitched a great game today too. They won 7-0. So
What's he training for? What did he pitch?
he only gave up what, one hit.
Oh, really? Sure.
One hit. Yeah. So he had a no hitter going,
Yeah.
and he gave up one hit in the eighth inning, and then they're like, oh, "Okay, bro, we're gonna take you out so we could rest you." They wanted him to go for that no hitter. You know what I mean? He's always been a good pitcher, but yeah, he only gave up a hit. That's it.
Almost there. He was like
Yeah,
one
he
inning.
was almost there, man. He had one inning.
All there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, deGrom's a really good pitcher. That was a good pickup for the Rangers for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, those were the people trending in Major League Baseball.
All right, then let us move on to some of our trending topics for the day of the main headlines that we have for you guys. So let us get into some of that, and let's start off with Diddy, and let us see what's going on in this whole trial of his. Let's keep you guys updated. So
Always good.
says that federal prosecutors proved their case against Sean Diddy Combs. Legal experts weigh in. Whether prosecutors in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs have proven their case is a question that will be answered by his jury, which soon will start deliberating in the Hip Hop's module's sex trafficking trial. After hearing from 34 witnesses and testimony over more than six weeks. A conviction certainly is not assured, with lawyers and legal analysis saying there is ample room for jurors to find reasonable doubt, particularly on the racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking charges. This is not a walk in the park case. This is not a home run at all, said trial attorney and legal analyst Misty Maris. There are a lot of technicalities where I think the prosecution case has vulnerabilities. Federal prosecutors allege Combs and some of his closest employees compromised a criminal enterprise that used threats, violence, forced labor, and bribery to force his ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and Jane, a pseudonymous accuser, to participate in sexual acts called freak-offs or hotel nights, and to protect his reputation. So yeah, it looks like the prosecutors have tried to prove their case, and we'll see what happens now. We shall see. It is up to their jury. All right, let us move on and get into. Let's see what is going on with Dennis Villanueva. Jay.
Who's that? I'm just kidding. No, I had to look up who that was too. But he's so obviously I'm a Bond fan. I grew up watching James Bond films. But Dennis Villanueva, he was trending. I was like, who is this guy? So yeah, he's basically gonna be the person to direct the new James Bond film. So I was like, okay, who is this guy? what's his cred? You know what I mean? So
Worthy.
basically, he's a huh? Yeah, is he worthy? Exactly. But he's a French Canadian director and screenwriter, and he's done movies like Dune, Dune Part Two, Blade Runner. So I was like, oh, okay. So he's done some movies. You know what I mean? So we'll see what he got. Hopefully, hopefully he goes hard with the James Bond franchise because all Bond movies have been good. I can't name you one bad Bond movie, honestly. So, and I'm talking about all the ones even from back in the day, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully he does a good job, carries it out. We'll see.
Did they already like choose who's going to be the next Bond? Like, do they know already or no? Not yet.
I can't even remember. Remember there was a list we
Yeah,
reported.
that's what I'm saying.
I can't. So it really, I'm guessing it depends on him because he's gonna have to pick someone that fits his script.
And
So we'll see.
we got Sentry in the house. They are saying Sicario as well, or two.
Oh,
Which,
he did Sicario?
if that is the case, I'm giving him the thumbs up because Sicario is one of my favorite.
That was a
movies.
tough movie. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, dude. So if
I
he's
didn't know
making
he did
movies like
Sicario.
that, yeah, if he's making movies like that, I'm down, bro. Like I'm gonna check it out.
That's
He's
what I'm
might be
saying.
my favorite James Bonds to be. You know,
I don't know, man. James Bond has had some real tough films throughout the years, man.
dude. But if
So
this director of Sicario is gonna be directing those movies, like, bro, this is gonna be on another level, badass.
I don't know, man. I've seen some really good Bond films, bro. So we have to see the storyline. So if he did Sicario, that's good for action wise, but we gotta see the storyline.
Oh, bro, I already know the storyline. Fucking James Bond is going to Mexico, bro. He's about to start fighting cartels.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, we're going on a different level, bro. He's gonna meet up with Benicio del Toro. They're gonna fucking become friends. I'm telling
Oh
you, bro.
my god. Oh my god.
Century says Skyfall is my all time.
That's a really good movie too, Skyfall, bro. Skyfall's solid. So that's one of the what's his name? Daniel Craig. That's one of Daniel Craig's James Bonds.
Yeah,
He did a really good job in Skyfall.
yeah, he's a good actor.
I think all his films were really like out of all the James Bonds, he had some really good ones, dude.
Yeah,
Daniel Craig.
he did.
Like he did not have a bet because he started off with Casino Royale, bro. That shit was hella good.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and each one of them was like, that's what I mean. The storylines in each one were just prime. You know what I mean? Like he did not have one bad one. You know?
You
Definitely
know what?
one.
Honestly, though, like out of all the like James Bond like characters, I think honestly like they could have had a better one when it came to Pierce Brosnan. I didn't think.
No, dude, stop. No, don't say it. You're full of shit. Don't say that. Do not hate on Pierce Brosnan. His shit was tough.
Him as an actor, I don't know, man. I just don't.
You probably just think he's soft, but honestly, he was smooth as James Bond, bro. He had some good fucking films, dude.
I don't know, man. When you compare,
I thought Daniel Craig was better than him for sure, but he had some good films, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. He had some good fucking films. I ain't even hating on Pierce, dude. You know what I mean? He started off tough too. GoldenEye, that shit was dope. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. He started off with GoldenEye, and then, man, all his films, he did a shitload too. Yeah. You know what I mean? He had some good fucking films, dude. You be hating on Pierce, dude. Don't do that.
Century says the opening scene in Casino Royale with the parkour was chef's kiss.
Was what?
Says the opening scene in Casino Royale with the parkour was chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss?
Yeah.
What do you mean chef's kiss?
I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
I'm just reading what they write it. Right?
Okay. Opening scene Casino Royale was tough, man. I like that. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you cannot hate on Pierce Brosnan's James Bond movies, dude. Did you say okay, Die Another Day was definitely one of the best fucking Bond films, bro. Did you watch that one? Did you watch that one?
No.
Exactly. You can't even talk. I'm
going to tell you why Pierce Brosnan was the worst James Bond ever.
Biggest bullshit here. Go ahead, say it. Say the bullshit.
Dude, you're going to agree with me once I tell you this.
I'm not going to agree with you. But I want to hear the bullshit.
don't have a choice. You're gonna have to agree with me because it actually happened.
Oh, go ahead. What?
Dude, Pierce Brosnan had a freaking apple launched at his head by Mrs. Doubtfire. That's what I always think about when I think of
That
Pierce.
has nothing to do with James Bond.
But I'm saying, like, bro, you're James Bond. You're supposed to be dodging bullets, and you're over here getting hit in the head with apples by Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, bro, you ain't my James Bond, bro.
Oh God, stop! You
Can't do
cannot
it.
base it off that. Cannot base it off that. That was a great film, Mrs. Doubtfire, but you
Can't
cannot
do it.
base it off that.
Pierce, you ever seen Matt Craig get hit in the head with an apple by Mrs. Doubtfire? No.
No, I didn't. Pierce Brosnan's James Bond movies were tough, though, man.
Yeah, I don't believe. I don't doubt it.
GoldenEye was tough. Die Another Day was tough. Tomorrow Never Dies was tough. World Is Not Enough was tough. They were all good, honestly, all of them.
Yeah.
All the ones he did were good. That's what I mean. I just thought Daniel Craig was like his were tough too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's why it's very important who he chooses as another James Bond.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know?
All right. That is our James Bond news. We got Dennis Villeneuve about to be directing the new James Bond.
The new one. Hell yeah.
Which will be on Amazon streaming.
Is it?
That's what it said, yeah.
Good. Perfect for me.
Yeah.
Perfect for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Let us move on into today's headline of the day, which is, if you play Fortnite, you are set for your 126 million refund this week. So it looks like Fortnite gamers who were charged for unwanted purchases while playing the online video game could receive a slice of the 126 million in refunds the FTC is sending out this week. The regulatory agency is reopening the claims submission process for gamers who are eligible for a refund under a $245 million settlement with Fortnite developer Epic Games over charges the company used deceptive online practices to trick players, including unsupervised children, into making unauthorized purchases. The settlement was first announced in December of 2022. At the time, it marked the FTC's largest ever refund in a gaming industry case. The agency said at the time that Epic deceived consumers into making in-game purchases they would otherwise not have made. On Wednesday, the FTC said it will send nearly 970,000 checks and PayPal payments on June 25th and June 26th to consumers who filed a valid refund claim. It issued a first round of payments totaling more than 22 million in December, and now the next wave of payments is set to happen. So yeah, guys, if you were playing Fortnite and you were letting your kids play Fortnite and they screwed you and charged your account with like $500 worth of Fortnite shite, then yeah, you should be getting a refund. Hopefully. That would be nice. But yeah, parents, y'all got to keep a lock on your shit, man. Come on. Don't let your kids outsmart you and buy freaking Fortnite accessories. You know? All right, guys, let us move on and let's see what else is trending. We got Tesla trending today. What's going on in the Tesla news, Jay?
Well, it sounds like it's right up my alley, you know, for when I cop one down the road. Basically, Elon, he's working on, obviously he's got his robo taxis out, but next month he's trying to get the delivery process solidified. Meaning, so what he wants to do is make it super convenient for the consumer to not have to deal with any hassle from dealership or negotiating or even picking it up. So he's having, if you purchase the Tesla, basically the convenience is once you purchase it, it'll drive right to your house. Like, that doesn't scream more to me than perfect. You know what I mean? No dealing with anyone for buying it. No deal having to go pick it up. You basically, okay, I'm going to get this. Cool. No negotiate. Perfect. Come to my house. That's it. You don't have to deal with nobody. That's what I'm talking about. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So hopefully, he's gonna that process is gonna take, obviously, I'm guessing 2, 3, maybe even 4 months. Once that gets all down, cool, then perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that's great. That's like that perfect for someone like me. You know what I mean? Don't have to deal with nobody. You know what I mean? So that's what he is working on, the vehicle delivery process, just making buying a vehicle just convenient. That's what he wants to do with Tesla. I think that's sick, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was cool to go, like, I was thinking, man, I'll just go buy something at Carvana, when they have the big thing right there that you could just, oh yeah, I bought one, and then it'll dispense to you, right? This is way better than that.
Oh, yeah.
No, but like you remember when that shit came out, and I was like, oh shit, look at that, like, oh, that'd be cool just to buy a car from that. This just fucking takes a dump on that now. Who cares about that? No, seriously, it's like that's obsolete now. I would have to drive there and go like, hey, like talk with people. Oh yeah, can you dispense my car? Fuck that, dude. Fuck, get this, and then it just comes right to you, to your house. Oh,
Yes.
bro, winning. He just eliminated Carvana, bro.
Yep.
That's so dope, dude. Like, I'm telling you, there's levels to Mr. Musk, bro. I'm juiced about hearing about that. That's sick.
So when you planning on getting yours?
Like I said, I have too much responsibility in life to deal with for the next half a year for sure. You know what I mean?
A couple of years from now?
No, probably not that long. You know what I mean? But when it's time, it's time. You know what I'm saying? So let him get this whole process perfected. Let me, deal with the next half a year with life and get everything done, and then, so on. You know what I mean?
Maybe by then I'll get a new one on my lot, bro. I can sell you.
as long as I'm copping it and it's driving to my house, hey, cool.
Hey, brother, don't even trip. I got you, because even if it ain't driving to your house, I'll be driving it to your house. You ain't
Oh
even
my God.
I still got you, bro. You get it.
You're hella funny, bro. That's hella funny.
I bring customer service to like, it's a whole nother level, bro.
A whole nother level. That's hella funny. But I just thought that was that's pretty cool. I thought that when I first heard about that, like, I think it was a month ago, I reported it. I was like, no way. I was like, man, that's fucking dope, dude.
No, that's fine.
Like, that's just that. Like I said, that's like my Amazon, like deliveries every day. It's like, that's next level stuff, man.
Yep.
You can't get more convenient than that, So definitely next level stuff right there.
Right. All right. Let us move on into our celebrity news. So, and we also got Alyssa in the house. She says, like a DMX commission with buying the car.
Like a what? What'd she say?
Like a DMX commission with buying the car. So if you're gonna come in with the money bag, we'll just let it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you, brother.
Boom. Yeah, exactly. I know. Exactly.
Jay, she says Jay knows the movie. I think we both know the movie on that one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Exit wounds.
Yeah.
One of my favorites growing up.
Oh, I know.
I did the same thing buying 2 cars. I did it buying 2 cars.
Yeah.
The same one.
I'll even let you rev the engine in the showroom, bro. Don't even try.
Remember the other salesman?
Yeah.
He's like, stop, turn the fucking thing down. He got hella mad. All you had to do was ask politely, can you please leave? No. That's what he throws back to do. I want him to get commission. That shit's so dope. What a great movie.
That was good.
That'll be on here sometime.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
I know. I'm going to close my window. I hear some fire trucks outside, and I don't want to disturb us. All right, so I do have some celebrity news. I have a potential death of a celebrity. This is very sad news. Let me let you guys in on the secrets. So, Jay, it looks like there was an episode of The Simpsons where they actually killed off Marge Simpson, and it is now a trending topic.
What?
It says The Simpsons killed off Marge Simpson on the legendary sitcom's epic season 36 finale episode titled As Stranger Things. The storyline centered around the sibling rift between Bart and Lisa. Your father and I won't be around forever. When you get older, you'll need to lean on each other. Whatever you do, don't drift apart. You share a journey with your siblings that no one else will ever understand, Marge said in a foreshadowing scene. You must never, ever, ever take that for granted. Then naturally, the pair drifted apart. Years later, Lisa found success in business as a professional basketball league commissioner, while Bart remained Bart. In the future, after Marge dies, before husband Homer, the siblings actually do become estranged before reuniting. So in the episode after the siblings reunited, Marge appears during a scene where she is in heaven and reunites with her first love, Ringo Starr, suggesting that the family matriarch died. Then the episode ends.
Damn, I didn't know that. I haven't seen The
So,
Simpsons in a long time.
oh, I know, me too. It says writers on The Simpsons love to find new ways to keep the show fresh. In September, the hit animated series aired its final episode, but in actuality, it was a meta way to start the season 36 premiere. Dude, they're on season 36, bro.
I believe it. It's been that long.
Can you believe that?
It's a long time.
I know. I remember, like, I used to be so into like Bart in like 80s, in the 80s, like 89 when they first came out. Like 88. Like he was like this little dude on a skateboard. I used to dig that. Right?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, but Marge might have died somehow, some way. But
Makes
she's
sense.
probably still alive. She's probably still alive.
Could be. We'll see where they're going with it.
Yeah, we'll see. Shout out to the 34 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. Let us get into now Jay's movie of the day. What are you watching? Is that True Lies in the background?
It is. It was on It was on AMC, so I was like, oh, I gotta throw that out. I was cooking, and I was like, you know what? That's it was like it's coming on at like 8. I think it was 8 o'clock. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just keep it on.
Tia Carrera is all I gotta say.
I know. I already know. That's a dead giveaway. It's a great movie though, man. Any Arnold movie to me is just super on point. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But this one had an all-star cast. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Between Arnold, Bill Paxton, Jamie Lee, like all good stuff. Stop. Huh. But yeah, so definitely an excellent film.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my favorites back in the day.
What was the movie about for the people that don't know?
Basically, Arnold. I forgot his name in the movie, man, but he's he pretends to be he's married, obviously, to Jamie Lee, and he has a family and stuff, but he's a salesman to them, but secretly he has a career as like a spy, you know what I'm saying? And basically, he's trying to track down, I forgot the dude's name, the Islamic dude, you know what I'm talking about? Like who has like nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, he's trying to do that, you know what I mean? And then he thinks his wife as well is having like an affair, with I think what was the name? Simon? Bill Paxton, you know what I mean? He's a used car salesman. And the fact that he's a car salesman, he pretends he's a spy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But then yeah, obviously right now there's the part where, him basically Jamie Lee and Arnold, they got kidnapped, you know what I mean? But obviously you got to save the world, save his marriage. He has to do all that. So he has to be the hero, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's cool because the action is crazy in this movie, you know what I'm saying? The action is on a whole nother level in this movie. It's
Right.
obviously it also had what was Arnold's partner's name, dude? Remember Tom Arnold? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But it's he's hella funny in this movie too. But it's like I said, any Arnold movie to me is just always top notch.
Right.
Grew up on it, you know what I mean? But yeah, being it's just hella funny because he's obviously government agent, but he pretends he's not. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's why like he always plays that part well. Do you
Right.
know who directed this movie?
Steven Spielberg?
No,
No.
James Cameron.
Oh, really? From
Yeah,
Avatar?
and obviously James Cameron did all the Aliens movies, Terminator. You know what I mean? Avatar, like you said, he's done all the best movies. So that's why it was such a good movie. James
Right.
Cameron's made some of the best movies like ever.
Yeah.
He even did the Love one. Remember Titanic back in the day?
Yeah. Oh, he did that one too?
Yeah, every movie he's done was just fucking insane good.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Avatar. When Avatar came out, like obviously I grew up on Aliens, so the fact when I watched Aliens, I was like, oh, that's just Avatar's just Aliens on a whole nother level. It's the same thing,
Right. Right.
the same exact thing.
That's true.
But yeah,
What
it's
what do you 1 through 10?
9.9.
9.9, okay.
Yeah, there's yeah, little hiccup in there that really pissed me off in the movie.
Which was what?
Huh?
Which one?
In this one, there's just a little part that I was just really annoyed me. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so that's why I give it a 9.9.
Gotcha.
Only a little point one off. You know what I mean?
No big deal.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's my personal thing that I'm like, why is that in there? Great movie though, man. I'd recommend anyone to see it. And it's funny because you mentioned Tia Carrere's in it, right? But do you know do you remember the kid in it, like Arnold and Jamie Lee's kid?
Yeah.
It's Eliza Dushku, who grew
Yeah.
up to be in hella movies. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
was
that's
just a
what
trip.
we're on.
Huh?
That's what we're doing our movies on today.
No way.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit. Okay. That's a trip. I didn't know you were gonna pick Eliza Dushku. Cool. That's cool with me.
Exactly.
She
Bring
got
it on.
some good ass movies, bro.
Bring it on, brother.
This is a last resort. Yes, it is. That's a
Yeah.
good. That's a solid film, man.
It's like J and C, but instead it's J and S. So Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh my god. But yeah, so we'll do our movies on Eliza Dushku then.
Yeah, what's your favorite movie of hers?
I'll go the new guy. She wasn't like so obviously the I forgot the dude's name and his I know his real name DJ Qualls, but she's like the main chick in it, you know what I'm saying? She played a good
Okay.
role in the new guy. So that was one of my favorites she was in for sure. She did a great like role in that movie, the new guy.
And what's your
That's
favorite
her
movie?
name. I'm gonna go Wrong Turn.
Wrong Turn?
Yeah, that's a good fucking movie. You ever seen Wrong Turn?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's like up my alley. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like a I don't want to say it's scary, but it's like on those levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and she plays a really good role in that movie because they're in the backwoods. You know what I mean? And like there's obviously people trying to kill them and shit.
Right.
So yeah, it takes place in West Virginia. You know how West Virginia, the Appalachian Mountains, all out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. She plays a really good role in that movie.
So my favorite movie of hers is going to be, of all things, Bring It On.
Okay, that's what I mean. Yeah, okay, So it is. Yeah, she played a good role in that, man.
She did. That's what I'm saying. I really liked her in that movie. So I was like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
she was solid in that movie, bro.
I'll dig it. I'll dig it. Um, as far as underrated of hers, I'm gonna go with because I think a lot of people don't know that she was in this, but she was actually a little. She had some little parts of in that '70s show.
Eliza Dushku?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
that's what I'm
Are you
saying.
sure?
Underrated, brother.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean,
I didn't know that.
the show was 8 seasons long.
I know. I remember.
Yeah, so
That's just crazy though. Eliza Dushku and Mila Kunis. Okay.
at one point in time, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's that's a good thing.
No,
That's a trip though. I didn't even know she was in it. So she was
yeah,
probably guest star in some of them. Okay.
sure, yeah, but she's in it for sure because I see her name on here. So
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, man.
yep, Eliza,
Eliza Dushku. She's Albanian, I believe.
is she?
Yeah, Albanian.
Oh wow,
That country, what in reference to Poland, is it close to Poland, Albania, or no?
somewhat. It's a little bit
Somewhat.
more. It's a little bit more to the east of us.
Oh, okay,
East,
okay. So it's like Eastern European.
yeah. I
Okay.
bet you. I bet you don't know how old she is.
Eliza Dushku. I'm guessing she's probably 41.
Eh,
What is it?
44.
She's 44.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
she's a year older than us.
Two.
Crazy, crazy. Um, yeah, so many people, man. She's definitely a good actress, though. I definitely enjoyed her in a lot of movies.
That's what I mean. She's solid. She's always been a good actress.
Yep,
It
yep.
was funny seeing her in this though, man. In True Lies, she's like a little kid.
Oh,
You
I
know,
know.
it's
Oh,
funny because that's how it usually works. You know, you see them if they're really good actresses like that. You see,
yeah.
like just like like so in Bring It On, Kirsten Dunst. You remember Kirsten Dunst who was with Eliza Dushku?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so she was in. Remember, she was in Jumanji as a kid,
Yeah.
like the first Jumanji. Like that's what I mean. If you're a good actress as a kid, you're gonna be in hella movies after that. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
for sure, for sure.
All right. That is our movie for the day. Let us move on. And yeah, I know, Alyssa. I realized I did that afterwards once I did it, and I was like, shit, I shouldn't have done that, but it's too late. So whatever. It
What?
is what it is. I'm not, shit, she'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. He said, I'll tell you that. That's hella funny.
All right, let us move on and get into today's crypto. Let us see what is going on because we did have some good news in the markets. And by the way, Alyssa says, I love you, honey, to you, Jay. So just FYI. Um, let's get into it. Come on, pull up. Why can't it pull up? Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, it looks like everything was going kind of sideways for a little bit as of right now. Let me pull it up and there it is. Bitcoin currently 107,781. It is up another 1.53%. Ethereum, your largest altcoin, it is sitting at 2,475. It is up 1.63%. So it is all kind of going up right now. Your fear and greed index, it has gone up another point. It is at 50 neutral, right in that very middle of the neutral. So from here on out, depending on if it keeps going towards the green, that means that things are kind of picking up again. But it's like every time that like it wants to keep going now, some little thing like stops the crypto from running and doing its course. So you know what happens when you have pressure, keep building and building and building. That's just going to explode. I'm telling you guys, this crypto market is going to explode. By the way, that is not financial advice. This is just kind of what I see and what I'm anticipating in my own. And I'm sharing my thoughts with you guys. But anyway, as far as your top 5 trending coins, number 1 is Bitcoin. Number 2 is XCN, which is up 8%. Number 3 is BCH, which is Bitcoin Cash. That one is up 4%. Number 4 is T1, which is up 429%. And number 5 is GNS, which is up 30%. As far as your top 100 in the trending coins, let us see if there's any notable mentions. Number 7, Pudgy Penguins. That one is down 3%. Movement at number 16. That one is up 25%. That is a good one. I like movement. Let's see what else we got here. We got number 39. We have Litecoin. That is down 0.2% right now. And let's see what else we got. Number 68, which is definitive. That one is up 8% right now. Number 81, Troll. That one is up 25%. Number 92, Mudang. That one is down 5%. And your top 100 trending coin right now is Tottenham Hotspur fan token, which is up 3.16% right now. All right, that is your crypto news. Let us move on and get into tomorrow's horoscopes for the day. So this is going to be for June 26th, 2025. Like I said, we always like to kind of help guide you along your day. So starting with the first house of the zodiac, which is my sign Aries, let us go into tomorrow's horoscope.
Fuck, come on.
Aries,
Sorry.
what's chaotic may begin to make sense by tomorrow. Things will finally start to fall into place, those very pieces that confused you earlier. Your energies are fast moving, but clarity will only come with a little slowdown now. Never disregard the silence, it has the answers. A recent conflict may disclose its higher meaning. Impart understanding by surrendering. Taurus, focus on one thing at a time rather than multitasking. If you try to work on many things at once, your attention will be divided tomorrow. It will feel like the pressure to do it all, do that or achieve some real progress. Move else with care and intention. Your strength comes in steady effort, so do not rush. Let your mind rest from too many directions. Gemini, recognizing emotions may bring about unforeseen calm. Tomorrow, you may acknowledge that feeling that has quietly kept itself under wraps until now. Do not push it aside, but instead approach it with gentleness. You can always be thinking that there is something important your heart needs to say. When you become aware of what is happening inside, you will feel as if insight is shedding light upon your consciousness. Cancer, a breakthrough happens while resting in stillness. Do not feel guilty about taking a few days off to rest and recharge. An answer may pop into mind during this quiet time. You often look outward and care for other people, but now is the time to listen to your inner voice. A gentle pause will help you determine the next course of action. There is no need to search. What is forthcoming is meant for you. Leo, which is also J's sign. You might need less than you thought to feel fulfilled. The easiest thing might stir your heart more than a really big success or praise could ever do. Take that moment to observe what brings you a very quiet kind of joy. You often shine bright, but today your happiness might arise from something gentle and humble. A deep breath, a kind word, or an accomplishment of some sort can fill you. Virgo, from an old challenge arises a fresh idea. Tomorrow, that which one may have felt like a barrier may now inspire something new within you. Your mind works best when you focus, and now past efforts are beginning to yield fruit. Do not discard what you have learned in the throes of struggle, for there lies the seed of progress for tomorrow. Libra, watch what invigorates your being. Tomorrow, notice your rise in energy around certain people, places, or activities. Quite often, you find yourself balancing others. Now is the time to ask what uplifts you. Where you experience a lightness of spirit, let that be your guide. Don't ignore that quiet joy. Scorpio, be as assured in saying no as you are in saying yes. Tomorrow, someone may require you to set a hard stop boundary. Saying no is not barring someone outside. Instead, protect your peace. You become deeply committed as soon as your choice is made. Therefore, choose wisely. Don't allow guilt for stepping away from anything that doesn't serve your truth. Sagittarius, don't follow the crowd. Follow your inward compass. Tomorrow, you may feel an urge from another's opinion or a trend to do something. However, your truth is somewhat in a different direction. You are meant to walk your path and not just blend in. So trust your natural wisdom, even if it sometimes feels different from what others believe. Capricorn, let go of perfection to make space for progress. Tomorrow, something may not go exactly as planned, but that doesn't always mean it's wrong. Most of the time, you go high, positioning this as one of your abilities, yet aiming at being flawless will only stand in your way. Accept the small steps and allow some for imperfection. Aquarius, something simple could become something big. Tomorrow, never underestimate a small idea, a small task, or even a small moment. It may hold a much larger power than it appears to be at first. Since you tend toward far reaching plans, there lies the strength of today inside some present details. Restless curiosity anchored down in the present will be rewarded. Last but not least, we have our Pisces. Don't overbook your schedule. Throw in a little space for unforeseen occasions. For tomorrow, don't overbook your time. Whatever your mind and day are uncluttered, new ideas and opportunities may quietly emerge. Your intuitive energies are best higher grandeur in an ambience of calm. Going as slowly as possible might connect you to the right person, idea, or insight without any conscious effort on your part. All right, guys, that is our horoscopes for tomorrow, June 26th, 2025. Like I said, we love to do that to just help guide you guys along your path every day. Let us move on into our last segment, which is our conspiracy of the day. So, for today, I want to get into something kind of fresh and I wanted to kind of dive into it a little bit with you guys and see if we can kind of uncover anything. And what I want to get into today is the war in Iran. I want to talk about it with you guys, just see what's going on there. So if we can uncover some of that, some of that conspiracy, maybe, where the money's at, what is going on. So let's find out. Is the U.S. truly targeting Iran's nuclear ambitions, or is it something else? Why is Israel working in lockstep with Washington? And who's cashing in on the conflict, fueling a war economy? Let's follow the money, reveal the strategy, and expose the winners. The public story is straightforward. Iran's nuclear program is a global threat. U.S. and Israeli strikes like Operation Midnight Hammer aim to dismantle nuclear infrastructure, including Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. At NATO's recent summit, President Trump boasted of these strikes and promised future diplomacy, but quietly pushed defense spending to 5% of GDP. Everyone nods, but is that all there is to it? They say war brings profit, and these numbers aren't small. U.S. defense giants Lockheed, Northrop Grumman saw record stock increases after strikes on Iran and Israel. RTX Raytheon CEO openly stated they benefit from increased military budgets and Middle East funding. Israel's own arms firm, albeit IAI Rafael, have reported record backlogs and multi-billion-dollar contracts. U.S. Congress quietly greenlit extra billions even for non-nuclear fronts under the guise of defense readiness. This is not a side effect, it's the engine, guys. So, does the US really just want to stop nuclear spread? Well, not exactly. The rise of war from home, remote drone AI attacks means profits in missiles, satellites, cybersecurity. Iran's cyber retaliation, while real, is overshadowed by a host of attacks targeting U.S. banks and infrastructure. Iran's alliances with China, Russia, and North Korea are fraying, making Iran seemingly weaker, yet military sales keep climbing. It's a pivot from nuclear fear to perpetual profit. And this isn't new. War for profit is ingrained. The Iran Contra affair in the 1980s saw covert routing of arms via Israel to fund U.S. proxies. The 2020 assassination of Soleimani spiked defense stocks, RTX, Lockheed, and Northrop immediately. Congressional war budgets now funnel hundreds of billions annually, locking in long term gains. It's a time tested war profiting cycle. And this isn't just money, it's also about control. Weapons dominance ensures political leverage. Tiny threats create global influence. Cybersecurity budgets balloon with each attack. Oil and resource policies shift under fire, fueling global markets. Even if the nuclear threat is temporary, the profits and power remain. So, don't be fooled by fear narratives. The true operation, an orchestrated cycle of fear, spending, power consolidation, and profit. Congress must be held accountable. We need transparency because if you follow the profits, you find the real agenda. And that is what I have to say. You guys just have to kind of follow where the money's flowing because this is not always as it seems, even though we do always kind of report good things and positive things about Donald Trump. We definitely like to look at everything and the big picture of everything. So, like I said, it's not about the politics. It's not about like the Republicans or Democratic parties. It's about the person, and that's what Jay and I we look at. And you know what we do. If it's a good thing or a bad thing, it doesn't matter. We will call them out. And I'm not saying this is a good or bad thing. Of course, there's always has to be money to be made, no matter what is going on in the world. So yeah, maybe it's like they're taking Iran out at the same time that they're making money. I mean, maybe it needed to be done, maybe it didn't. Who knows? But that is what is going on right now with the whole Iranian war and the profits that are being made. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. So yeah, we will be we'll still be back tomorrow and Friday for our live shows, but next week I am actually going to San Diego on vacation. So we will have I'm gonna try to make a live for you in San Diego for like a little bit. I'll try to do that for you guys, show you a little bit of San Diego. Also do like a date with Kate maybe over there. So even though that'll be for the Sunday after. And so me and Jay, we also have been going to the gym for the last 4 days. Today was our last day, but because we are um, super focused and we are always trying to improve ourselves, we are going to take only one day off and go back to the gym on Friday, and then do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday gym session. So we might go live, or we will go live again for you guys on Sunday night at the gym and Monday night as well. So we will still do that for you guys, even though I am going to San Diego on Tuesday already. All right, let us end the show with Jay's and mine final words of wisdom. What do you have for them for our closing today, Jay?
Going back to Niccolo Machiavelli. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. It's definitely a very notable quote I see that is always relevant. It's a relevant quote. It's still in today, whether it's people delivering speeches, influencers on social media, you know what I mean, advertising people, and just people I see on a day to day. Everyone wants to they're trying to, invoke a emotional response. You know what I'm saying? And everyone wants you to believe in their message. So, you gotta it's all up to you to, you don't have to just read the people, but you have to be smart and figure out exactly what drives you. You know what I mean? And I believe we all have certain levels of inspiration, but we also don't want to use manipulation. There's thin lines between things out there, you know. But as long as you're true to your word, you know what I mean? You'll just have always true intent behind what you say. So just be calculated, be focused, and just make it happen. I like that quote though by Machiavelli because it's definitely one of the deeper ones that's on point.
And this is what I got to say to end the show. It's a thin line between love and hate.
That's good.
But yeah, guys, as we bring this episode to a close, remember this. Within each moment, there are only two roads we can walk: love or fear. Fear separates, love unites. Fear shrinks your spirit, love expands it. To attract love, you must be love. Speak it, live it, give it, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because every act of love you choose echoes beyond you and returns multiplied. And I do have a spiritual little quote to end the show for you guys here. So here it is. There are only two emotions, love and fear. In every moment, you are choosing one. Choose love, and life will rise to meet you. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the 43 people watching us. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share so that we can give you this alpha when we are doing our show and that you guys can be notified every time we do go live or we do post our shorts. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys on back here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time for our Thursday show. All right, guys. Until tomorrow.